Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Struthers. I'm the CEO of Luca Mining. I wanted to take this opportunity to update our shareholders in light of our Q2 financials and just recent performance, and just give a bit more of an update on progress and what it looks like for the balance of this year. The two big factors that have had a big impact on our performance, particularly at Campo Morado, which is our main producing asset right now, has been the appreciation of the Mexican peso by about 20%, and in the order of about a 35% decline in the zinc price, particularly since our plans were, for this year were formulated back in late at the end of 2022. So at Campo Morado, which is where I'm sitting now, what are the things that we've been doing about that? Well, a few months ago, in response to the zinc price decline, we changed the cutoff grades in the mine, and we're constantly now we've got a more dynamic approach to that, so we're constantly keeping that under review. We've been taking some initiatives to try to reduce costs. We've had expert reviews done in both the mine and the mill. Those are being reported, and in fact, the mill work is ongoing right now. Our consulting plant engineers, process engineers, or Senko, are with me now on site. They did some super work for us back in early July when we optimized the grind at the mine. And now the focus is all on recoveries, and they're working with us now. The last couple of days they've been here working on the flotation circuit, getting the best recoveries that we can. And that looks like it's going to result in some really good improvements. So very optimistic about the outcomes there in the short term. They've got their sleeves rolled up and they're in the plant right now, working with our guys, doing some training, etc., to raise our performance. And there's some easy wins there. And I don't want to say any more about that now, but it's looking really good. So hopefully some big gains there in the short term that we can share with everybody. On our Tahuehueto project, our core asset, that's going well. I was there last week, had a really good visit. We've had some production issues. I mean, we announced that the installed capacity of 500 tons a day back at the end of June. We hit that milestone as we'd planned. We've had a couple of legacy equipment issues since then, related to equipment that came with the project when we acquired. But we're working on those. We should have that solved in the next 10 days or so. And once that's sorted, we'll be back to producing at the required rate of around 500 tons a day. And in response to some questions coming in from shareholders, yes, that position is still the same. As I've said before, when we're operating at that level, we are operating cash positive, and that hasn't changed. So hopefully we get some of that legacy issues behind us, and we'll be operating at that rate through to the end of the year. That'll be really good. The construction project's going very well. We're on track. We're still on track for year end to achieve our 1,000 ton a day target. We've been fortunate. This year has been a relatively dry year, so we haven't had any impacts on our tailings construction progress due to rainfall. Which has been great. So we're actually ahead of schedule on that. So it's all going really well. Still looking at achieving that 1,000 ton goal, which is pivotal for us. Get that done by the end of the year. The other item and the other element at Tahuehueto I wanted to share is we opened up lower areas of the mine. We did some dewatering, and now we've been in there developing for the last couple of months or so. To give us additional mining faces, both for current production, but also with the ramp up to 1,000 tons a day in mind. But what we've found down at those lower levels is actually much better than our initial, our ore body model suggested. So super mining area for us. We're doing a lot more work on that right now. We're doing some validation assays and what have you with independent labs. So we'll get all that packaged. And we will then share that. I'll put a little story together, and we'll share some of the details of that area that we're now operating in at depth. So looking really good. and just bolstering our confidence generally, that Tahuehueto is going to be a very successful, small scale but very successful cash generating gold mine. So it's looking really good. I was very excited by that. On another front, I mean, our share price performance generally has obviously been poor, and we're getting hit like a lot of companies are. We seem to be suffering from sort of one main seller who's been hitting the bid recently, and obviously in the summer period, there's really not much activity anyway. We're, to try to address that, we're going to be on the road commencing shortly and through to the end of November. There's a number of events, conferences, etc., which we'll be at, and really just getting the name out there. So there'll be a lot of activity on that front over the coming weeks, and building up to our 1,000-ton a day announcement by year end. So it's challenging times, but we're not losing our focus. We're still really committed and pushing for that 1,000-ton goal. So here we come, 1,000 tons a day, and I'll share some more news in due course. Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.